How y'all doing today?
Good.
Push your chair. All set, guys? Go ahead.
I'm different as I feel. Coach Venables, just trying to figure things out. We're in the system. A few years ago when you were in Coach Steele's system.
Well, first let me say this about Coach Venables. Coach Venables is a very intense coach on the field. In the meeting room, he's just like a teacher. He's just like a teacher. The best teacher you had in high school, elementary school, what have you. He teaches the system. He teaches in and out. He finds different ways to make it clear to you. He just goes to the max, take it to the max about just teaching you what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. He's just a flat-out teacher. I mean, I can't say enough about the way he is in the meeting room as far as from a teacher standpoint.
So I guess I kind of want a fair question. Just when you were learning Coach Steele's, you were just a freshman coming in. So
right, I was a freshman, and I was like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Coming from high school defense where you were in one call, one coverage, and it just say, go Corico, go, or go Johnny, go, or whatever you need to do. So coming into Coach Steele's scheme, it was like, oh my goodness. But through the years, I picked it up through studying, meeting with him, and just repetition after repetition, meeting after meeting, and I picked it up, and I was pretty comfortable in his defense, and I knew what to do and how to do it.
How do you feel like his system differs from Coach Steele's? What are the biggest changes for you?
There's not a lot of stuff you do pre-snap. It's either left or right, left or right is the only calls you make, as opposed to a lot. We had a lot of stuff to do pre-snap when Coach Steele defense because it's an NFL scheme and an NFL style of defense. So that was the reason for that. But that's probably the biggest difference.
Does that allow you to, I guess, play more loose, or free, more downhill?
Right.
What's the biggest difference in the way that you're able to play once the ball is?
Like you just stated, it frees you up a lot from a thinking standpoint, and it allows you to pin your ears back and just go. This is my key, this is my read, this is where I line. So the ball turnover, go. That's it. Or I drop back in coverage or whatever I do my thing. Once the ball turn over, I'm doing my thing. As opposed to, oh, I got to worry about this, I got to worry about that. It's just, okay, this is what I got, line here, line there, go. That's it.
This last year we heard a lot of criticism about eyes, where guys' eyes were. So I guess you have fewer things you have to look for. Does that make it easier? Can you speak on for the rest of the defense as well, not just the linebacker?
Well, in this defense, I learned this. Your coverage responsibility takes you to your run responsibility. So wherever you line up at, that's basically who you cover, and that's your gap. As opposed to you lining in the 30 alignment and you having the A gap on the other side, or what have you. But in this defense, wherever you align, your coverage responsibility takes you to your run responsibility. Your run responsibility takes you to your coverage. So that's one of the biggest things.
Corico, how you seeing the defensive line come together with all the young guys?
At first, with Branch leaving and Rennie and Yams, I was kind of scared. He was like, what is D-line gonna be like now? Those guys have done a great job of just working in the weight room, becoming stronger, working on their technique, trying to become more explosive. And they're doing a great job this spring with their pad level, staying low, hat in hands, taking up two blockers, just playing their gap. And we're just doing a great job of fitting off of. But those guys are young, but they got a lot of potential, and they're doing a great job this spring thus far. And I'm really proud of them. And I tell them all the time, I remind them, hey, stay low, hey, do this and do that, because their play affects me. So I kind of give them a reminder a little bit. But for the most part, they've been holding it down up front and doing the best they can, and I'm real proud of them.
Are you still working in the middle right now? Same position or not?
Well, if you want to look at the name of the position, it's different.
Yeah.
Stephon is the mic, I'm the wheel, but in this, both of them the same. You do the same things. You drop in the coverage and you got the A gap or the B gap. It's the same thing. Only thing is different is the name. So for the most part, it's the same position.
So it hasn't been a whole lot of adjustment for you from Coach Steele's system, or I mean, in terms of the position you're playing. Or?
The only difference is in the Coach Steele scheme, I played the mic. Of course, you all know that, and I was in the box a lot more. And sometimes I have to get outside the box just a little bit to as far for coverage responsibilities. But for the most part, it's the same stuff. You know, but like I said, different name, but the what he asking us to do is the same stuff.
Talking about two linebacker alignment? You talking about two linebacker alignment that you and Stefan, or?
Yeah, I'm saying it's the same thing. Only thing is different is the name.
So is it traditional 4-3 as far as you can tell, or
Yeah,
mixing
it's
around with?
It's
Sam
traditional 4-3. He do a lot of things with our Sam, and we have some. He makes some 3-4 now, but for the most part, it's traditional 4-3, traditional 3-4 stuff. But he do with that Sam guy. He doing a lot of things with Sam, which is Quanda. He's doing a lot of things with that guy.
Thanks, man.
Too sir. Appreciate it.
You have a good one.
Man. Running back, Zach. Zach. Z-A-C-H.